Hello guys, today's video is for PTR Patch 2.4.3 on the PTR server. Yes guys, it's that time again and there is an absolute load of changes. So here we go guys, let's go through all this stuff once again, man. Right, General, a new feature, the 20th anniversary event. Basically this is called the Darkening of Tristram, and what Blizzard have done is put Diablo 1 into Diablo 3 with retro graphics, sounds, everything. Exact same, all the 16 floors of the original game, man. So you guys load up PTR right now and go play it, test it out. There's a little something special at the end. No spoilers though, no spoilers. So yeah, really cool. This event, it will be available yearly in January for 1 month. It's not something that's there all the time. Maybe they'll change it in the future because there's a lot of people want this to be a permanent thing on the actual on the game. But we'll see what happens. We'll see. At the moment though, it's just in January. Right, okay, now guys, this is pretty sweet as well. Hardware support. Now, it's the first time Blizzard's done something like this, for as far as I know. Support has been added to the Corsair Utility Engine, CUE's SDK, and Razer peripherals. So basically, keyboards that glow. Basically, got lights and mice that lights up. Basically, now do cool stuff when legendaries and set items drop, stuff like that. So listen to this, man. Supported backlit keyboards respond to certain in-game situations, like legendary and set item drops, characters leveling up, and more. Players will need to update their firmware for support devices to use this feature. Now pretty much what happens is, when a legendary drops, your whole keyboard will flash the legendary colour across your keyboard, and say for set items and things like that. It's a really cool little feature they put in, man. So yeah, get hunting them legendary guys and light up your room. Right, class changes guys, class changes. Barbarian Overpower now has 3 charges. Cooldown per charge remains 12 seconds, with a chance to be reduced slightly by critical strikes. Cool. Some bug fixes there for Wave of Light. Sometimes fail to deal damage when players are under the effect of Ifnace. That's been fixed. Fixed a bug which prevented Hydra from being spawned when 2 mirror images attempted to cast Summon Hydra at the same time as well. What else we got here? Fix an issue that causes an active effect of Earth ally and Fire ally not to benefit from attacks per second or Mystic ally damage. Right, okay, guys, new gear, new legendaries, man. Now, this is quite interesting, especially for us Witch Doctors. I've not tested yet, but let's go for this first. Crusader, the Armour of Akken set, the Talisman of Akken amulet, brand new amulet, has been added as a 7 piece of armour to the Armour of Akken. The set bonuses and powers remain the same. This amulet will always roll with crit hit chance in addition to 3 other random fixes. So those playing Crusader now playing Akken, you now have more utility with your build. Nice. I wish they'd do this with Witch Doctor, with Zuni Master Shoulders, Blizzard. Come on, Blizz. Come on, Wyatt. Kiss those Zuni Master Shoulders. That'd be sweet. Right, okay, some existing class-specific legendary items have been updated to include a unique legendary power. Here we go, guys, new gears. No, existing items will not be affected, so basically we have to refarm the legendaries, okay? We have to refarm them, so if you've got the old ones, just chuck them in the bin. Excellent. Okay, so first of all, guys, Saffron Wrap. We all know Saffron Wrap is that piece of crap belt with a bit of reduce on it. So what it does now, it's now a Barbarian belt. The damage of your next overpower is increased by 40 to 50% for each enemy hit, up to a maximum of 20 enemies. Pretty bloody cool. Crusader, Faithful Memory. The Faithful Memory has been in the game forever. It is just a trash drop currently in the game. What it does now, though, each enemy hit by Falling Sword increases the damage of Blessed Hammer by 50 to 60% for 5 seconds. That is pretty sweet. I absolutely love the Hammerdin. It used to be one of my main characters I used to play back in D2, so seeing this come into that, make Hammerdin more, you know, is it GR, top GR build? I've got no idea. No idea, man, but those play Seder, please let me know, man, if this is viable now, because that sounds pretty fucking cool. Okay, Demon Hunter, guys, has got a new belt as well, the Hellcat Waistguard. We all know Hellcat Waistguard. It's like the poor man's Witcher now. But now, it's a Demon Hunter drop now, only for Demon Hunters. And they brought back the Grenade build, which is really cool. I used to play this, actually, in the early stages of Diablo, a long time ago. I was only saying to some viewers the other day, oh man, I really missed the old Grenade build. And there it is. Okay, grenades have a chance to bounce 3 to 5 times, dealing an additional 50% damage on each bounce. This bonus is increased up to 800% on the final bounce. Shit. The following skills are affected by this power: Cluster Arrow, Dazzling Arrow, Cluster Bombs, Loaded for Bear, and the basic rune as well. Rain of Vengeance, Anthema, Strafe Demolition, and Rapid Fire Bombardment. So that's pretty fucking cool for DH right there. That is pretty cool. I like that. Right, Monk, guys, Rebid Strike. We all know this item is it's just crap. It does, I think, a bleed. I think what it does now, Spirit Spenders that teleport you while Ephany is active also are mimicked on a distant target for free. That's pretty cool. That's not too bad. Now, guys, as you all know, I play Witch Doctor as main. Was it a couple of patches ago? Was it last patch or patch before? They tried to make Spirit Barrage better, but it just didn't work. You know, they put in the mojo and, you know, without a supporting set to buff Spirit Barrage, you know, it wasn't going to work. They've made it better. I don't know if it's going to have to be a Legacy and Nightmare build to make this work, I think. I don't even know it's going to be, you know, pushable, but we'll soon find out. But anyway, guys, the Barber, we all know this item. It's just that little crap dagger that everyone destroys straight away. Right, listen to this. Spirit Barrage no longer deals direct damage, but instead absorbs the damage as it charges. So basically, now you get charges. After the target has not absorbed Spirit Barrage for 1.5 seconds or dies, the charges detonate, doing damage to all enemies within 15 yards. Damage is increased by 15 to 20% per charge. Now, I don't know how many charges it can hold, but it sounds pretty good. So Spirit Barrage might become a thing now as a Legacy and Nightmare build with Gaze and Demise and all that. But it's kind of strange though. We have now two weapons now. We have two weapons now with Spirit Barrage on it. You know, we've got the old Kill Dagger, which gives us the extra 2 runes as well. And then we've got Barber as well that does this thing, so it's going to be interesting though. But I do have some top-end lawn gear that actually tried out Spirit Barrage before, so when I go on PTR today, I'll probably try it out and let you guys know what happens, man. But I'll probably show it on my live stream anyway. Lovely. Okay, Wizard next guide, Mad-Eyed Hill. They finally made this piece of garbage ring useful. Now it drops for wizards. Lightning damage done by your arcane spenders does an additional 20 to 25% damage on the damage over 5 seconds. It's a bit like a DOT, that's pretty cool. This damage over time effect can be refreshed by additional lightning damage and stacks. That sounds pretty cool. I don't know if there's an end game ring. I've got no idea to because I don't play wizard, but either way, man, it's always good to have new loot in the game. Brilliant. The functionality of some items have changed as well. Crusader, the Defender of Westmarch, which is basically that shield that summons the wolf, can no longer summon a wolf more than once per second, so it doesn't spam it no more. The damage done by the wolf is increased for each block made during the interim. So they changed that a little bit. Just a level change. I was really, when I saw this here earlier today, I saw the Jaren Braces change. I was like, oh my god, they made Jaren Braces really good again. I thought they were going to up the DPS or something. But unfortunately, all they've done is they just changed the minimum level item to match the skill. So basically now it drops from level 12. And I was like, oh man, you know what I mean? But remember though, guys, this is very, very early PTR patch notes. So, you know, from now to release, a lot of things will be added and changed and buffed and debuffed and all that sort of stuff. So we'll see what happens, man. We'll see what happens. And as usual, you know, once new info comes out, I'll do part 2, part 3, part 4, etc., etc. Right, Hellfire Amulet, guys. They finally fixed. Oh, they actually fixed it. I reported this a while ago. Sweet. Fix an issue where fetishes spawned by this item with the fetish siphon passive would not reduce the cooldown of Big Bad Voodoo. Currently, when Star Mode Cuckoo was dropped, it was an old bug, and finally fixed it. Cool. All I've got to do now is make Star Melt Fireball again, unfortunately. Illusionary Boots, guys, now works with Crusaders using Steed Charge as well. Good news for Crusaders. Beautiful. Flower the Ascended now takes into account plus shield bash damage effects as well now into its damage. So that's pretty fucking cool. Damage stacks will now persist when changing gear and picking up items. Awesome. Absolutely brilliant. Right, let's have a look. And some transmogrified stuff there. Just seeing this quickly. Okay, there's nothing really worth reading out there. Of course, guys, there will be a link to all these patch notes in the description on this video as well. Okay, they've changed a little bit on bounties here, guys. They made bounties a little bit easier now, just for certain ones. When you kill these bosses here, Elotis, X-Grave, Bahonan, Captain Don, Adams, and the Crusher, the number of enemies killed required to complete the following bounties had been reduced, so basically slightly faster bounty runs. These were some of the bounties that were just a pain in the arse sometimes, you know what I mean? So that just made them a bit easier, which is good. Okay, guys, rifts, man. The Cesspools map has been adjusted. Each enemy density and overall map size has been reduced. Cool. This area can now appear as a starting dungeon in rifts and greater rifts. Really, the cesspools are now in greater rifts. It's a really tight corridor one, that one. So I don't know how I feel about that. We'll see what happens. Okay, guys, here we go. So greater rifts have been changed finally. which is great. Let's read this out quickly. We have made a number of changes to improve the play experience of Greater Rifts. Now, I've just come back from BlizzCon, so I know what this is about. It's pretty sweet. Monsters should now be more evenly distributed on each floor in Greater Rifts. So basically, what the devs said at BlizzCon, when I attended, they said there's going to be no more gaps in Greater Rifts. So, no, we've all done. We've fished there like these GRs, and it's really frustrating. You use hundreds of thousands of keys to get that one rift with the right density. What happens now is there's density pretty much everywhere. So I need to test it, but that's what they said, so that's what this says here as well, so it's pretty sweet. So basically, we won't have to fish as much now. The size of each floor in a Greater Rift is now more consistent as well, so you don't get that super small one and super large one. I mean, it's a bit more consistent now. On average, a rift should take between 2 and 4 floors to clear, so it's much shorter now. So they're really packing in the mobs into only 2 to 4 floors. Shit, that is crazy. There is no longer an increased chance to see the same tile set when you venture down a floor into a Greater Rift. That is true, actually. We've all had those slides, you know, say, I don't know, you had the Spider Caverns, and there's quite a good chance that you go to the next area and be Spider Caverns again. So now it's a bit more RNG based. That's pretty cool. There's now a guaranteed area at the entrance of each floor with no monsters. So no, we've all had this before. You've done a brand new GR. As a Witch Doctor player, you know what I mean? You go into the GR, you start casting your pets, then suddenly, boom, you get jumped by loads of elite packs and get wrecked. So that's now been fixed. Good. This area is just large enough for ranged characters to maneuver, so basically, let's just fix that. It's pretty sweet. Right, guys, here we go then. Several additional monster types can now appear as champion and elite, so more of the other mobs now can be elite packs. That's interesting, makes for some different fights, that'd be good. Okay, the stacking effect of the following is now cleared upon entering a Greater Rift. The items Lords, Greenstone's Fan, Fortress Ballista, and Flood of the Ascended now clear out. Oh shit, okay. The skills Arcane Dynamo and Mythic Ribbon as well. Is now clear upon entering a rift. Right, so you can't pre-charge up anymore. Right, guys, this was a really cool change, which I'm really happy about. It's just a quality of life thing. Greed's Realm. Now, we've all done Greed's Realm, you know. You pop the ring into the cube, you make the portal, you do the run, and you think, oh shit, everyone jump out, I've got another 10 of these rings to do. Yeah, then everyone jumps out, then you come back in again, and it's annoying. So what happens now is the portal to Greed's Realm will now close 60 seconds after opening Greed's chest. With this, players may now open multiple portals to the realm in a single game. Thank God! We've been asking this for ages, so they've done this finally. Hopefully they'll do this for Ubers as well. Please, let's do this for Ubers as well, man, for this patch for 2.43, because that would be great, you know. So that's cool. All we've got to do now, this is for Ubers and bounties, please, Blizzard. Do this for bounties as well. Make it so the last case that gets claimed refreshes all the bounties, please. That'd be awesome. Brilliant, 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 brilliant. Okay, zones, guys. The waypoint for Pandemonium Fortress level 2 in adventure mode has been removed from the entrance to the midpoint of the level in order to provide quicker access to some bounties. I know exactly what it means, yeah, okay, that's good. With this change, bounties requiring you to kill unique monsters will only spawn these enemies in the first half of the dungeon, and all monsters on the map contribute to bounty progress. Nice, because that was always a bit of a pain, wasn't it? So I'm glad they fixed that as well. Lovely. Bug fixes. Fix an issue that preventing Scene for Bounty research problems from spawning, so they fixed that. And fix bugs that led to large open areas with no monsters in some rooms in Greater Rift, which is especially common near entrance to certain floors. Lovely. Okay, guys, monster changes now is next, so let's have a look. So when I was at BlizzCon, they was talking about leaping monsters like winged assassins, things like that. You can now kill them in mid-air, which is awesome. So let's read out what they put in here as well. There might be some extra stuff, hopefully. Quite a life improvements have been made to enemies. Several enemies that leap at the player can now be killed in mid-air, including winged assassin, punishers, lacuna huntresses, and burrowing leapers. Now, we've all had this thing, remember, where you kill a mob, but it got its attack animation. It flies through the air, and hits you and kills you, and then it dies on the floor. But I used to have that all the time. So now you can actually kill those little suckers in midair. So that's a really, really good change. Thanks, Blizz. Brilliant. Several enemies that become untackable, such as sand sharks, snake men, rockworms, now spend more time vulnerable, so you now wreck those burrows as well. When these enemies do burrow or stealth, they no longer remain in this state more than 3 seconds. We've all had it. You may have all had it, man, like the snake men elite packs. They go invisible for ages. Think, where the fuck are they, man? Where the fuck are they? Then suddenly they're like, oh, pop out now. Now they can't stay underground or invisible more than 3 seconds. Much immediate change. Good. I actually failed a GR the other day because of that. I almost cracked a 94 because that was really annoying. In addition, emerging rockworms now always show ground cracks to help attentive players avoid their initial attack as well. So if you see those cracks in the floors, guys, get the fuck out of there! Lovely. Enemy affixes, guys. Shielding! They've changed shielding. Will now be cancelled immediately if the shielded monster is the last remaining monster in a pack. So basically, if you see a yellow pack with shielding or whatever, and the bro is the last one there, the shield turns off. Much needed change. Thanks very much, man. Thank God they changed that. Now, reflect damage, guys, got changed. This is quite nasty now. Now fires a projectile instead of instantly dealing damage to the player now. Oh, shit. The warning duration to this affix has been reduced from 2 seconds to 1, and its active duration is reduced from 6 seconds to 4 seconds. There you go. Electrified, crawling lightning generated by this fix now pierces, allowing it to damage multiple targets in a succession. Oh, God. That's nasty. Guys, a brand new affix for Elite Packs, Juggernaut. What the fuck's Juggernaut going to do? The Juggernaut monsters are permanently immune to crowd control effects. Oh shit. But move more slowly than normal monsters. Only a rare elite enemy become a Juggernaut. So this isn't too bad, to be honest, because, you know, Blizzard put in a lot of crowd control immunity on mobs anyway. So, to be honest, this isn't really a bad thing. I'd rather have Juggernaut than, you know, one of the really bad stuff like Arcane Beams or something like that. Right, bug fixes. Fix an issue which causes winged assassins to sometimes travel across the ground instead of through the air while leaping. Fix an issue where preventing Greater Rift Guardians from reliably teleporting to players when they spawn more than a few screens away. The amount of GRs I have fouled because of this bug is now being fixed. Blizzard, thank you very, very much, man. Because I was doing a 94 on Helltooth Garg on non-seasons. Almost had it. I had enough time to go Rift Guarding. Dude was on the other side of the map, and I was like, what the fuck? And he wouldn't top port to me, and I was raging like crazy, so that's a good change. Fix an issue which sometimes causes Rift Guardians to spawn in a location where they could be targeted. Yeah, we've had that as well. Right, bosses. Belial's been changed. What? Now transitions more swiftly between his normal and larger version boss fights. That's true, actually, yeah. The cutscene bit was a little slow, so that's pretty cool. Still a cool boss, man. Love Belial. Achievements, bug fixes. Fix the wording on socket to me achievement to clarify that sucking the Economy Gem is required. Another change, guys, is dies can now be accessed through a new tab at the Mystic as well, and includes the collection edition dies as well. So basically now, when you're transmogrifying your armor, you can dye all your armor at the Mystic now. You don't no longer have to go to each NPC and so look at the color and go, oh shit, I ain't got my color in, man. Fashion. You know what I mean? So now all the colors are there. All the colors are there. So much needed changed, and that's cool actually, because it was always annoying, wasn't it? Lovely. Okay, what else? Bug fixes, just some text issues and skills and items, blah blah blah. Nothing really bad there. And there you go, guys. That is the current patch notes. Once there's update them or change them around or add or subtract new stuff, I will let you guys know. What do you think, guys? There's some major changes there, especially to GRs. GRs now are going to be much better now, which is really cool. But the main thing, though, guys, is the Diablo 1 event right now on PTR. Log on. If you've never played Diablo 1, give it a go. It's this anniversary event here, the Darkening of Tristram. Give it a go, man. It's really cool. And there you go, guys. That's the end of the video. As usual, if you enjoyed this video, please share, like, and subscribe. I will see you guys next time. Take care and have fun in Sanctuary. See you guys soon. Take care.